Europe cannot accept the threat of US interference in its politics. That's according to top EU official Antonio Costa, who on Monday hit out at Washington's recent ideological criticism of the bloc's trajectory.
The United States cannot replace European citizens in choosing which parties are good and which are bad.
His words come just days after the US released its new national security strategy, in which the current administration expressed disdain for the European Union and other transnational bodies, saying they undermine political liberty and sovereignty, migration policies that are transforming the continent and creating strife. The document also indicated support for the rise of far-right politicians in Europe, saying explicitly that the growing influence of patriotic European parties indeed gives cause for great optimism. Some members of the bloc, such as Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas, have sought to play down the criticism.
US is still our biggest ally, and there I read it as well, that we are still the biggest ally.
While others, such as Polish President Donald Tusk, tried to remind the US that they share common enemies and that Europe is their closest ally, not their problem. Regardless, it is now enshrined into US policy Washington's intent to pull back its support for Europe, and that it also wants to see the NATO alliance stop perpetually expanding. It's a win for Moscow.
The nuance we see in the new concept certainly appeals to us. It speaks of the need for dialogue and building constructive, good relations. This is certainly appealing, and it's entirely consistent with our vision.
Another notable point that will have Europe on edge and Moscow satisfied is that the strategy does not cast Russia as a threat to the United States.